It like hydrates. Well, whoop, shit. Woo, fucking shit up. Oh my god. You guys, I can't believe that it has been 9 months from going viral on TikTok, of learning how to do makeup for the very first time in my late 20s. And after a lot of trial and error, I feel like I've perfected my go-to makeup routine, and I want to share it with you guys and kind of walk you through everything. And all the products that I'm going to be used will be linked down in the description box below, and I will try my hardest to make sure that I tell you the shades and everything as I'm doing my routine, and not get distracted or not forget, because I'm so invested in trying to make sure that this is perfect. And without further ado, let's get to it, okay? Starting off, we're going in with my Roche-Posay Serozinc, and this is a mist that I'm gonna spray on my face right before I go in with my moisturizer, because I have very oily skin, and this is perfect for oily skin. It shrinks your pores as well, and it controls oil production. So I'm just gonna spray my face with this. Now that that's dried down, I'm gonna go in with my Beauty of Joseon Dynasty cream. I love this cream, it's super moisturizing. Whenever I rub in my moisturizer, I like to get right underneath my eyes as well, because I feel like when I start putting product there and concealer there, it helps minimize the creasing under my eyes when I do apply my moisturizer under my eyes as well. I like to take a paper towel. I like to wipe my eyebrows with it, just to make sure I get any oil or excess product, so that when it's time for me to shape them and apply my brow gel, they can be extremely cohesive. Brushing up my brows with this spoolie ColourPop sent it to me. And now I'm going in with my Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. This is in the shade Black. When it comes to my brows, I don't really do anything special. I just like fill them in. I'm not good at trying to shape them or trace my brow, you guys. As long as they don't look sparse, I'm good, okay? Now I'm going in with my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Best eyebrow gel on the market. Your brows will not move. I just like to take a Q-tip and just wipe off that excess. What do we think? How the brows looking? Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Concealer. This is in the shade 385W. I like to take a little concealer and just put a little bit more on my lid like that, and then take this Sephora flat brush and just spread it all over my lid, and then I just blend it in with my beauty blender. Is what my eyes are looking like so far. Now I'm gonna go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, and this is in the shade Mocha. I'm gonna take this triangle puff right here and just dip it in to the powder. I go in a little bit more just to make sure that it's blended out, and then I just start patting, tapping this into my eyelid. I have hooded eyes, so I kind of try to stay away from like eyeshadow looks, because I just feel like because of my eye shape, what's the point? But I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty highlight in the shade Rich Honey, and then I'm just gonna take this Sephora eye brush. I love this eye brush so much. I feel like it is so easy and very beginner friendly to just use it. I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Cinnamon Bun. Brush underneath my brow bone a little. With the way my eyes are turned out, I noticed ever since I started doing my makeup journey, I like to start with my eyes first. So for primer, I'm Dynasy Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. This is in the shade Universal Translucent. This is a good primer to use if you have a water-based or a silicone-based foundation. It's versatile and it works for both. And then with this primer, a little bit goes a long way. I like to use this or my One Size primer because this has a blurring effect and I have very large pores. For my color corrector, this is the Huda Beauty color corrector. This is in the shade Papaya. I just like to dot it under my eyes, nose, and around my mouth. A little bit goes a long way for this as well. Going in now with the One Size translucent powder. I'm obsessed with this powder. I use it all over my face, under my eyes. This is one of my favorite setting powders. I'm gonna take this triangle puff. I'm gonna dip it into the translucent powder and I'm gonna set my color corrector with it. I started doing this because I noticed that when I would put all my foundation and my concealer and stuff, you could see the orange color corrector coming through my foundation. Okay, so now the fun part, foundation. I need to stop looking at the viewfinder and look at you guys. I need to get in the habit of doing that because I know it looks crazy when I'm constantly like, and not like foundation. I'm using the Haus foundation. This is in the shade 480 medium deep neutral. I was using the NARS Marquise medium deep 5, but that one was way too warm. Like in natural daylight, I was looking crazy, y'all. I was looking like a sweet potato. So I'm gonna take one pump first. I'm gonna be using this to carve out the top of my brows. Okay, so when it comes to my brows, I'm not that much of a perfectionist. I just feel like as long as it just looks clean, crisp, I'm good. I know some girls do their brows way better than me, but hey, I'm just satisfied. So I know it looks kind of crazy right now, but I am gonna go in with my foundation. I'm gonna use one more pump of my Haus foundation on my palm. A little bit goes a long way with this foundation, and I like to apply my foundation with my finger. You can do a brush, but I just like to do it with my finger. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my Haus foundation brush. You guys, this is such a good foundation brush. It is just so easy to use, and like this is worth the hype and it's worth the money. I like to start by like patting it lower and then kind of like working my way up on my face. Okay, so that is completely spread out, and then I like to just go over everything with a beauty blender. Avoid under my eyes because I'm going to put concealer there and I don't want to bring my foundation up under my eyes because I feel like it's just going to look cakey. I love this foundation so much. It's so beautiful. It looks so natural. My lips feel kind of dry, so I'm going to be using this Fenty Skin Cherry Treat Conditioning Lip Oil. I love the Fenty lip oil. They're so moisturizing, so thick. I love it. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the SAIE Dew Bronze, and this is in the shade Stinson. And when it comes to bronzer, I'm still figuring out like my face shape, so I just put like dots all over. Oh my god, look at that. It's okay, I can blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. But I don't really have a method of the way that I apply my bronzer. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Duo brush and blend it. I try to like blend it up to give my face some definition, I guess. And then I try to blend the bronzer on my head into my hairline. I'm gonna go over everything again with my beauty blender just to make sure that everything remains seamless and cohesive. And now I'm gonna go in the e.l.f. Camo liquid blush. This is in the shade Coral Flush. I recently just got another Haus dual ended brush. This one. Okay, I really like that. I definitely feel like I have way more control. Ooh. Ooh. Love that. Pretty. And then again, I like to just go over a little bit with my beauty blender just to help blend out any harsh lines that I feel like I created. Never go wrong with going over everything with a beauty blender. Okay, my favorite part, concealer. So I've been loving the Tower 28 concealer. This is in the shade SB. Now, I would not consider this a full coverage concealer. This is more like a serum concealer, but I like that. I don't mind that it's not full coverage. I think it's really beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take my handy dandy fan. Let it dry. I used to be a beauty blender warrior under my eyes when it came to blending out my concealer until I discovered the Haus Labs concealer brush. This is like me and this brush. I still feel like I'm a beginner. I loved blending underneath my eyes with the beauty blender, but I feel like it was picking up a lot of product. But this brush makes it so easy to blend out your under eye concealer, and I think this is perfect for beginners especially. And then when I'm blending out, I try to make sure that I blend up just to kind of like lift up my face. Okay, so now I'm just going over with a beauty blender again to blend out any of my harsh lines from my concealer. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my Morphe setting mist. I love this. It melts your makeup so beautifully and it smells so good. Like, it like hydrates. It like hydrates as well. Woo, shit. Woo, fucking shit up. I just feel like regardless of your concealer is going to crease regardless, like unless you have under eye filler, I just feel like it's inevitable because we have folds under our eyes, and with aging, you know, y'all. I'm almost 30 years old, so it is what it is. I like to take my beauty blender and kind of like blend it out a little bit one more time before I go in with my powder. I'm gonna take this brush. You can use a triangle puff or a brush, but I've been really liking using this to do thin layers of powder because you can always add, you know. Because I'm so like rusty with like filming with my camera on YouTube, so I feel like I've been looking at the viewfinder the entire time, and I'm just like, I'm doing so, I'm like getting really hard on myself. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm even gonna end up posting this. I'm like starting to overthink it. Like I want to like give up and not even finish my makeup. That's what is going on in my mind right now. I also like to put powder around my mouth because I have smile lines and stuff. I'm gonna take off my lip mask. And then like the remaining excess on here, I'm gonna take my big Real Techniques fluffy brush and kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go in with my powdered blush. This is the Milani Wild Rose. So now I feel like I'm just repeating my entire makeup routine, but I'm just going over everything with like my powder products. Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Cocoa Naughty, and I'm just gonna bring back the warmth back into my face with it. This is my first time using this one. And now I'm gonna go in again with my Morphe setting spray just to tone down all the powders and just make sure that everything is like melted and cohesive and seamless. So go in with my mascara. I think all mascara is the same. I don't think there's anything special about it. This one was sent to me from Fenty Beauty, and I tried lashes and failed, you guys. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll try lashes again one day, but today is just not that day. I'm satisfied. I've been loving the NYX lip pencil. This is in the shade Espresso. I love this lip liner so much. As you can see, it's like about to be a little nib. I love it so much. It's so hard for me to find a really good lip liner because sometimes the lip liner is too dark. It makes my lips turn purple. What do we think? Now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Suede Matte Lipstick. This is in the shade Dainty Days. I hope you guys can see that. Ah, the sun's setting. It's like the perfect nude. Now I'm just gonna go back in with my lip liner. Go over it with my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Butterscotch. I feel like you guys are noticing a theme here with NYX. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Paris Infallible 3-second setting mist. This is the final look, you guys. And I ain't got 2 minutes.